Imagine a boy who should have been dreaming about summer nights, beaches, and the endless joy of youth. But instead, this boy was obsessed with death, with melancholy, with the slow unraveling of the soul. His name was Álvares de Azevedo, and he didn't just write poems. He carved shadows into the heart of Brazilian literature. In the mid-1800s, when Brazil was still an empire of sunlit coffee plantations and lavish masked balls, Azevedo dared to stare straight into the abyss. He was no ordinary teenager. While others sang about love and patriotism, he whispered about graves, lost loves, and inner madness. He built a world where passion always led to ruin and where death was not an end, but a secret, dark friend. At just 18 years old, Azevedo published works that would terrify, seduce, and confuse a society used to the soft glow of Romanticism. His most famous collection, Lyra dos 20 anos, Lyre of 20 Years, wasn't just a book, it was a confession. A bleeding heart displayed on cracked marble, echoing with laughter that sounded almost too hollow. And while he admired writers like Byron and Chateaubriand, it was Edgar Allan Poe, the master of Gothic horror, whose spirit he most resembled, not because of direct influence, but because of something deeper, a shared sickness of the soul, a thirst to uncover what lies beneath the polite mask of civilization. Azevedo crafted characters who were lost, desperate, often drunk on despair. His tales are filled with specters, fatal romances, and sudden violent twists of fate. But the real horror, it's not the supernatural, it's the brutal truth of being human. Azevedo understood something terrifyingly real, that horror is not something that lurks in the shadows. Horror is something we carry inside, and he knew it intimately because Álvares de Azevedo himself was racing against death. At the height of his creative power, tuberculosis gripped his body like a vengeful ghost. He wrote feverishly, as if he knew time was slipping through his fingers. By the time he was 20 years old, he was dead. Gone before he could see how deeply his words would stain the soul of Brazilian literature. Gone before he could know that one day, readers would call him the Brazilian Edgar Allan Poe. Today, when we read Azevedo, it feels like opening a forgotten letter, one sealed with blood, laughter, and tears. A letter warning us you are not safe from yourself. His words bridge centuries. His nightmares are ours. So if you ever thought that Gothic horror belonged only to the misty graveyards of England or the haunted swamps of the American South, think again. Brazil had its own poet of shadows, and his voice, though broken and faint, still echoes today. Before you leave, tell us, what part of you do you keep hidden? What secret madness would you confess if the night was long enough?